Oh no, no plant. What's up? Happy day, another Monday. Hanging out before KC goes live. Got some projects we got to finish up today. So I jumped in. Let's go. What's everyone up to? How are we on another gorgeous, lovely Monday? Where's my drink? All right. So, how was everyone? How was your weekend? What was the good stuff? I got a knife coming in the mail. What's up, Donnie? Ooh, my lighting looks tragic. I got my Orlock out for delivery. But it might, I don't know, it might not be here for another hour. Working. What are you specifically working on right now? Handle, blade, detent, yourself. What's up, Greg? Projects getting done today. Oh, I'm gonna need to get the table out. Good old Monday before standard issue before our boy KC and Rob go on a little bit later. And got some more projects I'm working on. I got an unboxing. Hopefully, if it shows up soon. Actually, I have a couple things coming in the mail today. Only one good knife. Grinding some swedges and maybe some bevels. That sounds fun. That sounds fun. Ordered some more handle material. Ordered my anodizing machine. Although I'm not going to get that until tomorrow. Unfortunately. But I will be getting it tomorrow. I got to go get some wires, get some things, get prepped so I can actually anodize. I don't have any chemicals or anything at the house, so I'm definitely going to need that. Now, where are those? Oh, they're over there. Got it. Okay, so let me get this table out. Oh my God. I need to get a short table in here. I only have the high top. I could probably buy a short table. What's up, Henry? How you doing? I'll fix this here. Boom, and table is served. Table is here. Wonder if I can go to the chair and make this closer. Probably like that. Hey, now. Only problem is, how much of the table can you see? Are you good? What you up to today, Henry? I am wobbling here. We got the Shipwreck done, so we can put that back together here. What's up, Paul? Paul, what's the deal? I'm busy. I kind of missed part. I didn't get to look it up, but you had that knife that looked like you would remove the pivot, and there was a hole through the middle of the pivot that you could see through, but it still opened and had incredible action on it. What's up with that? What's up with that? Just swapped carry, now pack in the Finch Chernobyl 14C in wood, says Greg. You remove the pivot. But the blade sat in there like that? Like, what? What? Like it just clicks into place and just sat there? John Wick, if you use knives. What's up, Cyber? I mean, sure. I appreciate that. It's an integral. I have my integrity, integral. It's an integral. Okay, so and the blade just sits in there like that? Like, what? Yeah. All right. That's pretty wild. I dig it. Okay, so we have a shipwreck to put back together. You guys want to see the finished finish? Yes. What do we think? Not bad. It's not bright enough in here. Should we just fully illuminate the world? Oh my God. Full lights. They're kind of dark. Look, I'm not a political science teacher, but these tolerances. What's up, Neil? Lemons? How's it going, Lemons? So yeah, finished up the, it's definitely dark, but I like it. I think it turned out good. I'm pretty happy with it. It's going to be a dark knife with the black and the Damascus anyway. So here we are. Can I? I can. Oh my God. All right, so if I move this here, I move this back, about like that, then it can fall right off the edge. Right? Okay, let's knock this out. If you remember, the original stuff we took is from here. So this jade handle. What's up, Dylan? The jade handle, we did the dye with the apricot, dark apricot orange. And then we took the Damascus blade and all the black hardware off of it. It's down here. And then we took the copper scales, and the copper scales had that dark finish. They're kind of like just that dark copper finish. And then it had all this silver stainless kind of a look. And so we did that swap, and now we have the tangerine with all that silver on there. Action's good, feels nice. Now we can make its relative, get it back together here. All right, let's go. Do I need my glasses? Probably not. Okay, so this one had the regular pivot. Remember this one, the C came off of the pivot. This is your standard captive pivot for Civivi. The C is attached to the center, and then there is a little notch right there kind of on my thumb, and then that notch is going to settle right on that kind of tab. So perfect. And then that also lines up the C, so you know that it's in there correctly, like that. All right. So that is in. We have a liner, skeletonized and pretty. Got the stop pin that goes there. Boom. Should I? You don't need to see my face. You can just see what we're doing. All right. That wasn't the stop pin. That was the thing that goes right there, idiots. Why is this? All right. That goes there. Or does this one go? Shit. Of course, when it starts happening, then everything falls apart. So those are the same size, but it drops in further in the one for some reason. Okay, so, oh, because one of these doesn't actually, oh. Neil's got to go back to work. This is the Asticus, not quite full size. Is that correct? Hold on a second. Well, that might not work. Hi. Oh my God. We're losing it. We're losing all of it. It's all... You guys getting sick? Alright. So this ain't gonna work either. Maybe it will. That's better. So I totally forgot. This one has this inner piece that is unique in that, are they the same size? Yes. So it goes here. Remember, how are we going to do that? Maybe that's why one of them was already in that. Okay. Talk about confusing. All right. Tell my phone to spell the last name right. This point's been so long. What's going on, Mick? All right. I apologize. Kind of missing the chat there. This sits on that little knob. So it goes through this one here. All right. So I'm going to put that back on. I put this screw in here already, which is whacked. Is that a T6 too? It is. Alright, so I got that one in and attached to this barrel, and then it's going to drop in here like that. So that screw is actually hidden underneath there. Kind of the first time I've seen that in a design. Alright, we can put the rest of the stuff on here now. So this one can just go into that hole because it will have access to that. We got the stop pin right there. Okay, so we're styling. Maybe. Okay. So go ahead and... You know it, you love it. God dang it. All right, help me find it. Carpet. Perfect. Excellent. We're set. All right, everybody's on the bus. So, don't be an idiot. Put the blade on. We'll put this over that. Now we have to be smart. We have to put this on. And then we have to put this screw on, holding the center together. Oh God, I'm gonna need my glasses here. Remember, I already screwed the other one through the other side. So there's that. Okay, so make sure the C, before you screw anything down, make sure that captive pivot is pushed all the way through the correct spot. If you go to tighten it down and it's not lined up, you could damage your stuff. Okay, clip's gonna go on the other side, so I can go ahead and wait, this is a T. Alright, not gonna crank it all the way down. We want to check on our blade centering. I need a takedown tray. Yeah, I have trays and stuff, of course, you know. Why would I use that? Magnetic things, sure. only makes sense. All right, so let's get all of this started. I'm a lefty, clip on this side here. At least I'm not in the kitchen. That one video I did and it dropped and rolled under the fridge. Took forever. Gotta find a stick to get under the fridge with. Brutal. Brutal. Alright, so we've got everything in there but loose. I'm going to crank the pivot down tight. A little over tight. Crank everything else down. Back and forth a couple times. Make sure they're both nice and tight. Go back. So what am I doing? This one here. Okay. Now we can back off the pivot just a little. Make sure it's in the center. Make sure it's solid when it's open, which it is. A little loose now. Tighten it back up just a hair. Crank that clip down just a little. All right. Cool. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, okay. What's the longest you've let your shipwreck sit in the vapors? A couple of days. Couple of days. All right, I'm going to get rid of this for now. Not really necessary at the moment. Over there. Oh, God. Okay. Okay. Hello. How's everyone doing? We've got it. Boom. Finished. It's definitely dark. Centered. The chunky pink salt's big. Chunky big pink salts. It's like, is that English? I dull my blades when I'm not using them, resharpen when needed. Interesting. Okay, so Mick, longest shipwrecks I've done maybe a couple of days. Most of them I do it about, sometimes I do it at 12 hours. I check it at 12 hours and I just end up letting it go for 24. So more often than not, I will just kind of let it rip for about 24 hours and then check it out. Although, sometimes I'll peek, sneak a peek through the side of the container and you can kind of see what's going on. Stay in focus. Do we think the Damascus goes well with it and the black? I think the black is nice right there because it doesn't distract away. It kind of lets you just see all the shipwreck. Otherwise, this would have all been silver and that would have made it a lot brighter. What's up, Robin? How are you? Let me move this over here so I can see a little better. Greg says, touch my like button gently, please. Hate it when it lands on the big toe. I'm reading old chat here. I'm sorry. Robin, CKF40, Damascus clip, KS popped up. If anyone has some money burning a hole in their pockets, how much is it going for? Yarr, Dirty Dan, yarr. Just yarr, yeah. All right, hold on. Let me bobblehead here. All right, let's go like this. Oh, that other light. I got another bulb coming. I'm short one bulb right now, so it kind of makes it a little bit darker. What do we think? 560, maybe 500 if you made him an offer, says Robin. Anybody got an extra 500 on them right now? CKF. I can show you the one I still have. I won't have them for much longer. I'm going to be sending Kevin's knives back. Kevin got bypassed by some other people that had to get things out quicker. Boom. Get out of here. So yeah, if you're looking for something similar to this, dude, this is the 3.0 CKF. Super cool though. All right, distracted. Here are our two finished products. We did the swap with the black and the Damascus. Off of the jade, turn the jade to the tan, or the, what was it called again? Sure. I don't know. I think the Damascus and the Shipwreck look pretty good. CRKT Facet. All right, that's our finished product. Which side do you like better? The side I got the clip covering up or the other side? CRKT Facet. Assisted opening from Columbia River. There it is. $60. All right, so it's a full frame lock D2 flipper tab only. And it's got an assisted opening. Yeah. They have two different versions. What's the other one? Let's find out. And that was the cheap version. Let's look at the most expensive one. This one here. Facet flipper. Ooh. Titanium M390. Kenman. Kind of a weird pattern on there. $12C27. $12C27? What? I don't know anything about that. Who can tell me about some 12C27? Have you tried lasering shipwreck material? Is it possible? Yeah. I have lasered copper and brass, and you can make a nice black laser mark on copper and brass. So I guess if you kept it light, like if you kept the shipwreck, like if you did like a shipwreck like this, these lighter areas, I could put a laser mark and you would see it on the lighter areas, but the darker spots would definitely, like this one came out pretty dark. Actually very dark, but some reason I just liked it. I was like, okay, I really like just the really darkness of this. It kind of just all goes together. It's just a super deep blade. But if you had a light section, like in this little area here, or something, like if you did some areas where it had that kind of cool fade to it, you could certainly laser mark that. My logo on Shipwreck scales. I need to come up with like a black logo, or like, you know, just a solid single color logo. I like my logo, but this with all the colors to it, I'd have to come up with just a nice simple line drawing logo. All in all, I'm pretty happy with the way this looks. Better than it looked, the two that on their own. This just Damascus and Jade and the just Copper. Just make the logo like a shape of the Jason mask. That, you know, that could be something. Could also just do a removal and bring it back to bare bronze. Mick has a point right there. Set up some type of a removal back to bronze. That could work. The mask, a big knife, and a KDK on it. Or some type of abstract mix of the two. Which one's your favorite between the two? The one that I honestly, where is it? The one that I did not clear coat, I have not really carried very much. But what I do is I come in and I go like this, you know, and I haven't really noticed any change. I would say, if anything, the blue is a little less vibrant. Like, see how this blue kind of starts to, it gives you this kind of a pop, kind of a brighter blue, like that. The blues definitely kind of fade to a little bit lighter. That looks pretty good zoomed up. It would be kind of neat though to do like a real subtle, light kind of yeah, you lose the brightness for sure. But like a real subtle Shipwreck with not a lot on it. And then you could buff off some areas like that where you have like this aged kind of surface, but then you could put a laser mark on that surface or something. I threw up a little earlier and it kind of looked like that, says KC. What's up, KC? I'm just warming up the bus for you here for a little bit. I don't know if I'll make it till you start. When do you start? 6:30-ish, right? The old non-fast channel. I didn't mean to make you throw up in your mouth. In the future, laser etch the logo into the scale, then shipwreck it. That's an idea too, but it might just get completely coated. Or would it prevent? You know, would it put a coating on that spot and then maybe act as like a partial resist? You could put some nail polish and and then protect it. I think you can just do a vinyl. Like I have like access to like a Cricut machine and like a vinyl cutter. I could cut out crazy vinyl shapes on something like this because it's smooth. So you can stick that down and it'll cover it really well versus like something like the G10 texture or whatever. Dye and stuff would bleed underneath that. But if you were to mask off areas for a shipwreck, you could resist the shipwreck in certain spots for sure. Yeah, what toxic stuff is KC eating for having his color of his vomit look like that? These are things we can try in the future. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Shoot. I can't check. I can't check my tracking. Maybe I can. Oh, I can. I have a couple things in the mail today. One of them I need to get I need to get, and we need to open it, and we need to look at it. I was hoping it would already have been delivered when I got here, but of course it was not. Out for delivery, expected by 5/25. That is an awfully long time from now. Delayed. Don't you dare. Don't you even. My Tri-Stash, I ordered it right, like they went on sale. I ordered it that first minute. And my Tri-Stash is currently in Atlanta and says delivery on Friday. What? Why? Why are you doing this to me? Yeah, how do you get blue vomit? Like, got some Smurfs in the backyard, made like a Smurf and mushroom sandwich. It might bleed a little. I do think the nail polish would work better. Yeah, the only thing is then you have to use the acetone to remove the nail polish. And I feel like then the acetone may have a slight effect on the Shipwreck. Versus if you get a good seal with a good vinyl, no cleanup. It's basically just a peel off. I should try both. Not getting a Tri-Stash until Saturday, and I ordered the same day as well. Mick, we're getting screwed. Smurf children, yes. Smurf children, yes. I'm not sure, but I'm wondering that with this, because if you sit there and you kind of scratch at it with your nail, it is embedded and is part of the metal, but sometimes you can remove or change it to an extent. So you might have to go in there with like a Q-tip and acetone and hit the spot. But like we talked about that and using acetone to remove a resist for like a die, but it will definitely affect a die, 100%. I've done Frisbee dies, and if it'll be a nice solid red dot. If you get any acetone anywhere near that, it'll still be red, but it's going to be lighter and you're going to see it. And it's going to be a streak smeared kind of a section. So there's that, which is sort of nice. I do want to start doing regular projects on like Mondays, Tuesdays, short little lives. I think it's fun. And then doing the Frisbee gourd. I don't even have any Frisbee dies anywhere around me right now. A lot of them I did and then sold them. Here's a couple. These are super old. So this one was just white, and I did like this hazy kind of a cloud. It's really faded, but you can see the kind of marbly texture. It's kind of like a marbled blue and silver purple. I did a stained glass. This is really faded. This one's really old. I wonder if I have there a little bit better. So this was just a clear disc. All the black, the little chips and the MVP was on there already, but then I added all the lines and made the stained glass. It used to be bright green and bright orange and bright red and bright blue. This was orange. I did this well over 10 years ago, so it is definitely faded. What is the orange knife? This one here, Benchmade tagged out. Pretty much the only Benchmade I own. I have issues with it. It's too light. They made these to be light, like the bug out. These really light scales, but they're a little squishy. I don't like that. I'd rather have a big, fat, heavy titanium scale. It's a decent knife, overpriced. But the other issue I have with mine is I have this rock, not this way, but this way. It actually goes back and forth. So something about the way the lock is in there and stuff, the blade is not sitting in there tight. So I'm thinking about sending it in, seeing if they can fix it. The acetone will probably remove some Shipwreck, but we need answers. And maybe it'll make it better. You know, that's the thing about Shipwrecks, is it's all a weird, interesting kind of deterioration patina that you're creating. So who's to say that splashing a little acetone might be what really makes it. Oh my God, hold on. Oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. No, no, no. Okay, this, I might lose you for a second. I knew it. I knew it. I'm sorry. We're back. I'm not wearing pants and Kenman just took my picture. Gotcha. Bro, okay, I knew it. Art the Clown. It's Art the Clown. Here's one that I did that I think is cool. Some of you oldies might appreciate. So that was a die. This was just obviously just a solid disc. But the colors or the lines have thinned and faded like a tattoo. I did this over 10 years ago. Kind of made it look like it's on the hood of the car. Yeah, Marco's been getting, I know that Marco's won a membership several times. You hang around and you just get them. I suck at Frisbee, give me a football. I can't throw overhand, my elbow does not allow it. I can't do forehand throws, Frisbees really either. I have to go this way. I can't throw baseballs and footballs anymore. I broke that elbow and it sucks. It looks like a Firebird hood. Exactly. Exactly. I could have put it right in the center of the disc, but no, you got to put it like, you know, focus. Got to put it up front so it looks like it's on a hood. Fun stuff. I haven't dyed a disc in a long time. Once I started doing the knives, gears changed. What's up, Brian? How you doing? So yeah, that's my tagged out. I'm thinking about sending that in. Anybody ever send anything into Benchmade? I haven't taken it apart, so if I want to buy scales and put them on here, first of all, is the issue that it's got right now going to come back? Or maybe it'll fix by putting different scales on it, or either way, if I take it apart, I don't think they will now do anything. Used to have a Firebird, that's pretty sweet. But this, they probably will warranty kind of fix it, but if I take it apart, then I'm pretty sure that voids that warranty. Is that correct? Anyone? No fish on Friday. Where did I get my tagged out? Cabela's. Probably 2+ years ago. Yeah, probably 2 years ago. Still out for delivery. Damn it. Paul, this is painful. I've got Orlocks to open up here. Got to get some dinner, get stuff ready for the stream. See you guys at 7:45 Eastern. That's 6:45 specifically. Except for you're in Central, Dan. You're right. You're right. 77 black and gold Firebird. That is just straight Smokey and the Bandit looking sexy. I mean, ish. Oh, and she totaled it. Oh, no. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does void the warranty if I take it apart. And if anything, that it bugs me that it's got that rock to it, and I don't like that it's light, so I just never carry it. So there does exist a titanium type scale that I could get. But if I do that, I should probably get it fixed first, especially if hopefully they wouldn't charge to get that fixed. I mean, there isn't like obvious, like, oh, well, you dropped it, it's got a big ding on it, and that's why it's messed up. It looks pretty much flawless. Hi, Katie K, I'm new. Do you have a favorite folder? I've seen you around Lemons, or am I just seeing you in Tri-States Live? Or I mean, Discord. Or I mean, yeah. Favorite folder, currently what I'm digging is this. This is my Devo Stout V2 Vanex Titanium and the glow on the bottom. This is a lefty version since I'm lefty. I know it looks righty. Everything's backwards right now. But this is what I'm basically loving the most right now. Some of my more recent pickups, I got the newer release of the Monterey Bay Sabertooth with the new diamond textured titanium. Really enjoying that. Did the tagout have the lock rock initially, or did it develop it? I don't remember it there right when I got it, but I honestly barely carried it, barely used it before I started noticing it happen. I've never sharpened it. Send it in, demand my money back, and then buy 200. Just buy anything else for 200 and be happier with it. I mean, I am not a Benchmade fan, I'll tell you. So yeah, this is another one of my more recent ones that I'm really, really happy with. I almost got the Wolverine. It's an inch shorter. What's up, Fred? Gonna do some running? Always good to see you. I did pick this up from Fred. This is the newer Ramet Meteor button actuated bolster lock. So it also has that bolster lock that works by pushing in that button. So you can do it either way. Nice front flipper on there. I'm liking that. I have a new oar lock that's in the mailbox, hopefully in the next couple of minutes, that we can go get. That's Terry's new knife. TKE, well. 16 months.
The Knight's Edge became a member. The Knight's Edge celebrates 16 months of membership. Rock on gesture emoji.
Rock on gesture emoji. Thank you, TKE. Hanging out. I had to lurk for most of TKE's live on over the weekend, but got to hang out for a little bit. Always a good time over there. Go check out TKE, The Knight's Edge, if you haven't. Had this one for a little while, but I'm still kind of enjoying the tactile Chupacabra with the Magna Cut and the aluminum. I'm also kind of keeping it out. Well, first of all, because it's new and I'm enjoying it. But I do laser marking, and this aluminum, I have a really good setting for a white mark on aluminum, and this big black surface is just perfect. I don't know what I want to do, but I've got it. In the city walking around while listening, no treadmill today, right on, Fred. I like this extra click. Donnie hates it. Donnie says extra sounds make it sound broken, but I like that. Oops. It works for me. Tactile Chupacabra. That one's pretty fun. Newest in the building. Grateful Dong sent me a couple knives to do some custom stuff too. This is the Concept. Shoot, what's it called again? My brain. Egress. The Concept Egress. So we'll probably do a die project. Well, of course we will with the jade. Little die project with that egress. I like this big beefy one here. Rattles and clinks. And ooh, brother, liking the Sencut budget knives. I like that big black surface, that big back surface. What's up, Thomas? Mick, I agree. Sometimes the clickety clacks give you that Demco. Love it. Love it. So I bought a couple of Sencuts. This one actually was another one sent to me by Grateful Dong. This was black and gray. We did the die on the live and made that red section in the middle instead of the gray. Pretty happy with it. What's up, Smock? Good old Schmucky Schmucker. Schmucky Poo. I did pick up Dylan Mallory's little Centros. This was his limited version with the titanium collar and the clip. ARRPM 9, a little bit smaller version knife here, the little Centros from our boy Dylan. These all sold out though. There are still some available, not this exact version, but they're out there. What's going on, Mick? That's right, Smock's in the house. Favorite fixed blade right now is this really sweet auxiliary manufacturing Captain's Buoy. Reno, Nevada, number 1001. Ironwood Rich Light AEBL. Picked that up at the show in Atlanta. Here's Whisker Forge made me a fork. Show your automatic knife collection. You want to see some autos? Ready? Auto fork, baby. Tell me that's not sick, bro. It's like just, the 3-prong trident for the win. I don't have too many autos, so it won't take long. If you're gonna have an auto, eat at the ready. I want to get a clip. Honestly, I want to make a sheath, some type of way to hold this as sheath. So I've just got a fork. Got a forged fork just ready to go. Since I'm walking in the city, I'm only carrying the Kaiser Seagull, nice and small, but full of action. $70, it's a banger. Well, it's a trident fork, Thomas. Trident. All right, if you're going to get an auto, you got to get a Boker Kalashnikov. Boom. I've got my lefty Boker Kalashnikov auto fork. Boom. These are not expensive. What are they? $60. They got so many different types too. I'd like that corn on the cob one. If anyone wants to pick up a corn on the cob one for me, let me know. I'll take it. It's silly. Boom. So you got your Boker Kalashnikov. I got a nice little lefty version here. Did you see the new comic book Boker autos coming out? No, I haven't, but it's got that cell shaded kind of paint scheme. What's up, Jason? All right, autos, another out the side auto right here. This is the Tack Knives Goliath. This one's great. 14C28N, aluminum on the handle, nice pile of jimps, double jimps up on there. As far as just the shape of the blade, the choke up, this is a user. I would just, if I had a folder like this, or like a, a thumb stud, or actually no, just like this with that fuller, but you could flick it out. ProTech Half Breed, those are cool. The pow right in the kisser Boker. So Tack Knives Goliath. Ugh. I like this one a lot. This one's also not too expensive, under $100. I have the corncob serrated Boker. It's pretty cool. You want it? I like it. It's one of those dumb ones that I just would like to have. I like that one better than the Wiener Warrior one. I think the corncob one is legit. This Goliath is legit though. All right, autos. those. Another tack knives. I got the tack knives Benji out the front. Kevin Smythe? Kevin Smith Knives. Hey, what's up, Kevin Smith and Knives? Wiener Warrior all day. Yeah, they're ridiculous. They're definitely ridiculous. As far as autos out the front go, I don't really care too much, but you got to have a few of them. And I saw these at Blade Show and was like, wow, that's great. Awesome action on there. Pretty fun. The corn one is sick. Yeah, someone wants to. It's tough for me to justify whatever it is, $50, $60 to buy this corn cob one that I'm never going to really carry. But I like it. I have another. Here it is. This is the Boker USB. Because it looks like a little USB stick. But it is not. Ding. Just slide it right in the hand. Oh, jeez. Terrible angles. I can't be up like this. Got to be down here. Down here. Can I have a stiletto for free, please? Oh, I do have one more auto. Speaking of stilettos. The spring's going bad on this. I got to hold it just right. Boom. To it fire out there. But if you do it a couple times, it's like you primed it. You got the one Neil gave me, you got to prime it a few times. It like warms up the bus. And then it's got a bolster pick lock on the side there. One more time. See? Come on. That's upsetting. The spring's going bad. Need to tighten that spring up. See? It was like $22. I had it for a couple of years. Am I wearing out the spring? Come on, give me a solid full open. Boom. Upsetting. Put the USB one right in the hard drive right before the cops show up. Steve, this is the lethalist of. There it went. Got a full open on that one. Finally. Goodness. I have the Black Boker USB at KnifeWorks Laser Etch WD 520 GB on it. Yeah. I laser mark. I'm going to put that aside and do that very thing. I'm stealing the idea. Done. About to sneeze. Grateful Dong. What's up, bud? I am going to sneeze. Did that work? I muted it. Come on. Out for delivery by 5:25. Hey again. What's up, Cameron? Ah, stink. What are you up to, Steve? How's everything going? Other newer knives in the collection. The CJRB Bolt. This one hasn't been out for too long. This is a bug out killer all day. ARRPM 9, G10 with the texture. You've got the crossbar lock, but it also has their recoil lock. So you can treat this just like a crossbar lock. Thumb studs, crossbar, crossbar. Also has that recoil lock. So it kind of acts like that shark lock, that super lock on the back, where it's attached to, you can see it's connected to the crossbar. So that little nub back there works ambidextrously. Ambidextrously? Yeah. Got a lot of orange going on with my shirt here. Oh my god, that's not gonna work. Ugh. They never go to the blue. It's always just straight to the green. It likes the red and the green. All right, that looks better. Does it matter? Yeah. Yes, it does. What else has everybody been picking up lately? What's new? I got my tri-stash, won't be here till the end of the week. I have my Terry's Orlock from Concept that just came out. Is out for delivery. Hopefully that'll be here in the next few minutes. We can go grab it and open it up. But right now it is not here. Unless it's been delivered and they haven't updated the website yet. Lemons bought a Herman Slim that's in the mail. That's right. I remember you said that. Didn't you just say that yesterday or whatever? Is you just bought your first Herman? We got the backwards card. This is Kevin Smith and Knives. Herman. All right. Boom. Let me set this stuff down. Just got the Purvis Blades Primordial MK4. Concept Hazard Kershaw launch. Nice. Very nice. Only thing new is the V2 stash, new Excalibur Timascus clip coming. Put a camera in the mailbox and another one in the entryway, though the driveway show when the delivery person comes to the gate. Fred's got it on lock. You got to, though. You got to be careful. Sorry, driving at the moment. It's all good, Kevin. Can you hear that? That's your Herman right now. That is your Herman. I'm almost done though, Kevin. How much? Much. This is on loan from Kevin Smith and Knives, the guy who's actually right above you in the chat right there. He sent me a few knives. He actually made these two shelves right here. And so graciously made those for me. We got them in and sent me several of his really cool knives to check out for a couple of weeks here before I send them back. I've been getting so many knives in lately that I haven't had a chance to review them all. I've had to fast track a few through here, but we've got most of Kevin's done. I got a couple more to do, and then we'll get them sent back. This one is $1 million. What is this? M398 textured titanium. No screws on this side, just those two little dots from the screws on the other side. Absolutely gorgeous design. Just a drop shut flipper tab thing of beauty right there. These are not cheap. Cheesy Moon Workshop. What's up? So that is Kevin's Herman. And I get to enjoy a couple more days. Ultimately, though, the favorite one he sent me is this doll hairs. What's doll hairs to USD? Cheesy Moon's trolling. They're not a budget knife, I'll tell you what. Neither is this one here. There's Terry, 1931. Terry, I'm going to refresh it again. Hold on, my address is right there. Out for delivery, expected by 5/25. 1931 Leatherworks right there in the chat. That's the guy who designed the Orlock. This is not the Orlock. I have an Orlock which is ordered and out for delivery right now. It's going to be right over there across the street. I'm going to go grab it, bring it in, and open it up very soon. I'd do it right now if I could. This is the CKF Rotten Evo 3.0. Absolute thing of glory. This is probably my favorite knife. It's just out of control. Feels so good. The action's fantastic. This choke up. I like bigger knives. Big old butt handle. Nice little choke up spot. Huge blade. Look at the mirror finish on that edge. Dude. Mine said they were supposed to be here today, but never scanned out for delivery. Oh, I hate it when it says that. It's like, oh, it's scheduled for delivery today. But it also doesn't say out for delivery. You're like, ugh. Will it arrive before Casey's live stream starts? Yes. Casey won't be starting for about an hour and a half. And it says delivery by 5:25 unless it gets put back, which is 20 minutes from now. So I would imagine Kevin Smith and Knives bought 2 Orlocks. You animal. Which 2 did you get? Did you tell me already? Tell everyone else. Which 2 did you get? Anything Emerson waved in the house? What's going on, friend? How are you? This is Kevin Smith and Knives. Gorgeous. Look at that hollow grind. That's just what gets me. It's this blade. This super sharp blade, great tip, great size, hollow grind as wide as could be. And it just sits in my hand with all this extra sitting out, the jimps. Ah, it makes me happy. Allegedly. Allegacy. Don't jinx it, kids. It could be out there right now. Sometimes I'll have stuff delivered and it won't show up on the line for a little while. Fred the Lug did not buy the Orlock because he has the prototype. I mean, of course you do, bud. Fred's got it all, this guy, if it ever gets back to me. That was going around. I never got that. They don't need to send it to me now. Anybody have one of these? This is just sick. I'm new to the hobby. Did a knife cause a crazy hype similar with the Oz Rosie before? There in the knife world, there is a lot of that. There's some crazy hype sometimes. Sometimes things get overhyped. Sometimes there's the right amount of hype. Things go. The Tri-Stash just went on sale the other day. Kind of a smaller, newer, maybe not everyone's going to know about, but he had 4 different versions, and 2 of the versions sold out within a minute. That first, the black dark mode version with black titanium, literally sold out a couple hundred models within like 1 minute. 16 minutes and it will definitely be here. I kind of want to go look right now and just hope that the refreshed internet isn't updated. But I could be wrong. It totally won't get misplaced by the mail carrier. Cheesy Moon wants to get on some pass-arounds. We can talk about that. It's cool seeing Fred hang out with Rye at the knife show on Saturday. For sure, Henry. I wish I could have went. 1931 says he regrets selling all 3 of your Evos. You had 3 of these? Baller. Baller. I'd be happy. I'm just happy to have this one right now. And it's not even mine. Oh, it just feels so nice. It's so nice. It is so choice. I highly recommend picking one up. For sure. Though, this is probably the favorite, like I said, that I own. Nice wide handle, good blade, thick spot right there. We got that Van X. This is my first Van X, so I haven't really had a chance to even test it. Bring the camera with to the mailbox. It's not very exciting. It's really not. I do have to go to the bathroom though. Drank a bunch of coffee today. And a Red Bull. The front flip on the Orlock is money. We're going to find out soon. I hope. Try not to jinx it. All right, I'm going to run to the bathroom really quick. I am not going out to the post because it is not currently there. wrong to just put the little red flag up. Could I put the little red flag up? Projectiles are sharp. If I put the little red flag up on the post, on the mail, but I don't have anything in there, just so I can know it'll be put down when the mail arrives. Is that a thing? Like, can I do that? You guys we ever hang out this way? What do you think? Look at all these pens. I gotta finish my pen thing so I can get those sent back to Lanyard Man. I have a pen video. I have a pen video on the way. What did I miss while I was gone? Projectiles are sharp. Fred got to hang out with a bunch of people. A new knife I have for actual collection are now book orders. And you go, Nate, and he gets to go make the knife with the maker. Cheesy Moon, it's looking good. Room's getting really well. I think the soundproof or the anti-echo stuff works good. I picked up this little secretary or whatever that I really like this thing. Oh, charging the light. But it's got this table with the really nice green leather and that little gold little border. So I've been kind of just using that at will. I got my top. Here, I'll turn this around. Here's my current top 5. Missing a couple. Yes, top 5. That's my top 5. Shelves are looking nice though. Now Kevin made these 2. I made that one. Probably still need to get one for the bottom shelf down there, but these are looking good. I need to kind of rearrange that top shelf on both of these. I made that one. He made this one. So I got 3 from Kevin. Got some 3D printed ones in the gas station shelf. Got to have a nice gas station shelf. But it's coming together if we go back to the corner here. Ooh. Right, my plant's getting watered right now, so that's not here. Got project stuff all over the place. I need to get these done. It's laser marked. It was white. I mean red. Did the white laser mark on there. That's why I got a really nice white laser mark. That's why we need to figure out something for the Chupacabra. Because I think we could make a really cool white laser mark on there. But I'm not sure exactly what. If we want to make a bunch of, I feel like a horror, like tears and scratches, like some type of a Chupacabra was trying to rip through a door or something like that, and then have it just be like a texture. You know what I mean? Because look at how that surface, just a huge surface, plenty of space. What's up, Kane? I did laser mark. Here's another large surface on my Momo. You are in fact a Momo. Kaiser Momo, great knife. You can see I did the topography lines on there. Get a nice white line, really fine tight line if you want it to be smaller or thin, or we can make the whole thing big patches of white, kind of like we did with the snowflakes on that. This was all blue and the white snowflakes are the laser mark. So if we come up with a cool pattern, Jesus. Thanks again to Dave. This was a gift. This is the lake we went fishing on. But yeah, I'd like to come up with a snowflake. A really cool pattern on there. No one's really given me any too crazy ideas yet, but it's the tactile Chupacabra. So some type of themed something. The white laser isn't, it's the same laser, Fred. It's just the settings on aluminum You can't really get a really black laser mark on aluminum. You can get some grays and stuff and some whites. But it's all about the resonance and the settings you set for the laser. The laser machines that I use are $100,000, $200,000 machines that are twice the size of this cabinet. They have a lot of different settings for like removals, for, you know, things. There are some where it could leave a texture, kind of. You can't really feel that. Like I did this laser mark here with the multicolored etched paisley. So it was just this color like this. And then I was able to get that, but you can't really feel that. But look at the details though, the tiny little extra details that you can get in there. You can get some crazy stuff going on. Texture wise, there are some lasers that are specifically designed for that. But the difference is the ones that create like texture or like heavy removal or more like engraving deep, have heavier like ventilation. Like ours all have ventilation, but they don't have like vacuum removal. Does that make sense? So like we have a ventilation because all the marks that ours we do are just making a mark, maybe making smoke. And what you're talking about with removal, you're going to now need an additional tube with a vacuum sucking out like the debris and the excess. We don't really have the ability to, because none of the stuff that we do, it's all surface stuff. None of it's actually engraved. So we could probably get some texture, but we would have to then set something up and run like a shop vac in there or something just to make sure, which we could probably do. Mick, I've thought about doing that. Doing a little after hours or either late night or, you know, evening or over the weekend or something. We could probably do that. Give it a creep show theme. If it's something cool, I just feel like nothing's hit me yet. But something scary like that, spooky kind of themed. But I don't want it to be like cutesy, like, oh look, it's a spider web kind of a. I want a laser etched textured tattoo. We've always wondered what it would be like if you'd set it, because the way the laser works is like the laser is here, the thing you're marking is here. There's all this space. So if you have the settings to mark something here, but there's nothing there, it won't mark the stuff below it unless it's close. And so it's like if you put your hand in there and set it directly right where your skin is, what would happen? I don't know. It's difficult to do the texture and color at the same time. Yeah, because the one of them would be the removal, like the engraving mark, which isn't really a mark. It would be like the engraving. So it's in there with the power and the setting to slowly eat and remove parts. Then you would have to go in with a different setting that would be like, oh, here's your black mark or your whatever colors that you can achieve. Replacing your corporate picture with a new knife shot of you in the shop. Excellent, Steve. Anyone know what an Orlock in the box weighs? I'll be able to tell you in a couple of minutes, hopefully. Is there a trick question to that? Come on, 525. It is 525. Do I just go out there and look? That's the problem. Is I'd have to walk all the way over there to not know. And Kermit the Frog looking out the window. Trying to figure out for science reasons. Well, Terry, if you stick around for a few minutes and it actually shows up, then we can find out. Bring us with you. I mean, I don't know how exciting it's going to be, but I mean, I got to protect the innocent. You don't get to see everything. Don't need people showing up. Oh, I saw what your house looks like. All three of you. What do we got in here? We got 22 people. We're doing all right. Getting good grades. Open the window so you can hear the mailman when he arrives. Well, that's why I'm wondering. It's like if he already has. A watch pot never boils, right? Mine's USPS. USPS. Come on. Kane's listening and sharpening. What do you happen to be sharpening right now, specifically? Pacific. It's on specifically at 8. Got my Pictus on me today. Love the Pictus. All right. Walking through the house. My light burned out. Orientation is locked. Rotate device. Did I lose you? Alright. Wish I had the funds to pick up. Dude, I know what you're talking about, Dan. It's everything all at once. I have a tracker and knife bags. I know exactly where you live. Oh, it's like I'm not hiding my address from anyone. Alright. It's gorgeous out. We are in Minnesota right now. Lovely day. It's like 80 some degrees. See this tree? It's huge. It's the biggest one on the street. I hate it. I want to chop it down. Anyone want to help me? Oh, these are from yesterday. Anyone want to help me chop that tree down? Oh, he's not here. Sad face. I don't see. Oh, there is a red flag. Okay. The house over there's got a red flag up. I don't see him at the end of the street. But the nice thing is that means that they have not been here yet because that flag is still up. Oh, there's 2 down. There's 1 up too. So there's a couple people. Guys, since we're standing out here. Yeah, this tree is absolutely enormous and it just drops. It sucks. All right, we've got these right here are ahi ricos. Who knew we were getting outside here for a little bit, huh? These are my ahi ricos. Hungarian hot wax, got a couple in there. We have a few yellow Scotch bonnets coming in. There's the dog. If I don't talk, he might not bark. Ghosts, bunch of ghosts. Still some turning. Ghosts. These are brain strains right here. And then this one is a Kraken scorpion. Look at that bad boy. That's my first Kraken scorpion. It's like a mix of a scorpion and a I can't remember, something cool. Looking good. We've got what's left of my, wonder if there's any coming in. Yeah, look down here, got a couple gold bar. Oops, there's a little gold bar zucchini right there popping in. All right, okay. Still not here. But what I can do is I can open my window over there and then we can see when it comes by. But unfortunately, we're back. Okay. So if I move this Oh, it's hot out. Oh, that should be enough. That should be enough. Although we're getting this sun. Look at that sun hitting me in the face. Reggie wasn't ready. Okay, that's going to be an issue. I was in Manhattan today. Just finished a 3-mile walk Manhattan, which is actually very enjoyable at 74 degrees. Lots of people watching. I have never actually been to New York. I've been to New York State, but I've never actually been to New York City. Why don't I sit on the floor and wait for him like a kid, waiting for the ice cream truck. We're here. I can see when it pulls up, we should hear it, and then I can go up. And we should be happy, happy joy. 5:25 though is definitely 5 minutes ago. But he wasn't at. I could see the street is pretty. Like I could see like a block and a half down that way. He wasn't on the street because like you'd see him. He'd be like stop, go, stop, go, stop at all of the mailboxes. Mick used to live in NYC. I used to live in Los Angeles, so I actually lived in LA. I lived in Hollywood. I basically worked downtown Los Angeles for a few years. Lived in North Hollywood. I don't know if you're familiar with the area. But yeah, a lot of people, a lot of traffic, a lot of not fun. Some fun, then a lot of not fun. But it is what it is. I enjoyed it while I was there. I'm kind of glad to be back in Minnesota now, but yeah. So, I can't look out the window, man. This sucks. It sucks so bad. All right. What was the first one you saw when you looked? What was the first one that was like, oh, that one? Probably this gap right here. What do you think goes in the gap? That might be a good question too. The knife awaiting for arrival is such an emotional experience. You're here. You could say you were here. You're with me. I'm sitting there looking out the window. We're making memes right now. Only problem is right now my next door neighbor has a camper in their driveway. So I literally, because the camper is there, I can't see down the street. I can't see down the street at all. The red knife in the center, the send cut. I mean, 45, 50 bucks. I don't know what they are now. Maybe they're more now. Sun cut sachet. Serene. It's one of those two. My bad. This is probably one of the nicest of the send cuts though. If you like button locks. Flipper tab just works. Studs. Same thing. Just fires out easy. It's not like a weak, like a talker. I can't. Well, yeah, it doesn't really talk. So the D10's pretty good for being a button lock, a budget button lock. Nice and solid. Good size, good feel. Sexy. That was Paul's first introduction into the real world of knives. Now you probably don't have any send cuts anymore. You graduated all beyond the send cut. I still have some love for a budget knife. You know, the Watauga. Man, Watauga is great. I have two Wataugas. I've had a total of 4 Wataugas. These are discontinued. So I'd got a couple done some customs to, gave them away. But I kept a couple for myself. First knife your girl bought was you an M-Tech. Now she knows better. Hey, bro. M-Tech Life. What do you know about that M-Tech Life? If you go back and watch, this is the Robo Steve-O. We're not breaking any laws here. Just looking at a bunch of really cool knives. Yeah, this is M-Tech Life. If you watch the video on this, it blew me away. This thing was like $6. If you look at the tip, it has like a dent. You can see a dent right on the top of it. It's like, wow, this is just not good, right? I mean, $6 M-Tech that looks like Robo's leg. Robo Steve! What? Wait, what? Love you, bro. I didn't even have to put my foot up and start lurking. He shows just boom. Dude, in the unboxing of this, I was cutting paper with it. It blew my mind. This is a razor. This thing was like, I cut like 60 times and was just laughing. Just losing my mind. It was hilarious, dude. For a super cheap M-Tech, oh my God. Impossible to tighten the pivot. Yeah, welcome to interesting stuff. Look at this pivot I have on this one. The Boker reality-based blade. Look at that pivot. Paul, what do you know about this pivot? I can tell you it came with a tool. Do I still have the tool that it came with? This is the same one. You know what I use for it? I have a pliers. It's like a needle nose pliers that, it's like a jeweler's pliers. Can't remember what I specifically bought it for, but it worked because the tip of the 2 needle nose, I could get into 2 of them and I was able to adjust it. But the thing is this one here, I was trying to give it some better action, but the reality is it's a back lock. And so since it's a back lock, it's really kind of, you're never going to get much more action than that. But look at this, flat on the one side, this crazy recurve serrate monster, and then the pokey. I have no clue what my first folder was. Played around with knives as a kid, have a lot of different ones. My actual first one was very similar to like, this isn't it, but the very first knife I had, my parents, I got something like this, where it was just like one of those small little multi-blade kind of things, like one of these, like a little Stockman type of a blade. That was my first one. I have long since lost that. But I do have this one that I got in Scouts. So I got this when I was a kid in Scouts. So this is the original Boy Scout folder. Oh my God, I can't even get that one out anymore. Oh my God, my nail. Oof. And then it's got the leather owl. There you go. So this is a Boy Scout knife from the 80s. It did get pretty bad. I went in and kind of cleaned it up. But I do like the way the patina has kind of been created on here. I don't mind it at all. Still works. I mean, I don't use it, but this was my original first kind of knife that I carried around and actually got some use out of. This was my other first knife. I might have got this before the Boy Scout one. Won this at a carnival back when you could still win knives at carnivals. Yes, it's a cheapo Pakistani blade, And young Kenman beat the crap out of this. It was covered in rust. We got all the rust off. I haven't tried to sharpen it or fix that little blunted tip though. I need to go in and like fix that. But again, it's just a knife that I've just had since I was, since I can remember. So it will just remain in the collection. First folder was a dual blade Barlow. Yeah, I definitely had a couple similar. I can't even find. I had a, not seeing it. But I know I had one that was kind of similar to like this, where it's probably just like a little Rough Rider type of a little lockback, cheapo that I used for a little while. If you want to see, here's the one I carried a bunch in the early 2000s. I got this one here. Anything Emerson Wave, do you still in here? I have this one here because it's got the Emerson Wave ability with that extra little piece there. You can bring it out of your pocket. CRKT M16. So I carried this for a while, but then kind of got sick of it in the pocket with these big old bad boys sticking out. So I ended up getting the version that's a little bit smaller with just a flipper tab. Turn that off. So early to mid 2000s, young Kenman would carry this bad boy. Really, the only thing you can do is the flipper tab, but it works. I definitely beat the crap out of this for a while, but it held up for what I was doing with it. It does have a secondary lock. See that right there? So you can't do the liner lock. You actually have to push this down. So it's like you have to bring that down with your finger, and then you can do the liner lock and close it. So it's a little secondary, and it's automatic. So when you flip it out, it automatically just goes up. I can actually do it better with the left. But it's kind of a, is that necessary? No. But this was one that I carried, 20 years ago. Definitely carried this for several years. .541. Might have been something like this Old Town. I had something similar to like one of these. This is another one of those kind of Stockman folders. This is the Old Timer. You can still buy these for probably all like 20 bucks. How about that? Where is my mail carrier? I have the VEF serrated M16. Got to be 8 years old. Huge bundles of knives on TV. Yeah, those full of like cheapos. Ain't no way I'm spending more money for a tool for a $20. Yeah, exactly. I love Boy Scouts. It's just because when I was younger, I was really into just camping and outdoorsy stuff, and then we got to use knives and axes and stuff. So I thought.
Time Cat subscribed to the channel.
Time Cat. Thank you for subscribing, Time Cat. Welcome aboard. We do a lot of wild stuff. Kind of hanging out, waiting for the mail to show up because I've got a knife coming today that's really cool, and I want nothing more than to have it and open it and hold it in my home. And it was supposed to get here at 5:25. It is now 5:43. Mail is still not here. I keep looking over there like a little puppy waiting. I was in the Royal Rangers, have the gold medal of achievement, which is the same as Eagle Scout. Right on. I did not make Eagle Scout. I was Life Scout. I was literally like 2 badges and like a service project away from being an Eagle Scout. Should have done that. It just was not important to me at the time. Would have been kind of a nice thing to have finished, but yeah, here we are. Regrets. Oh, we had Bible readings. I went to confirmation class. That's where I met all the cute girls. It's true. Had a huge state park right down the block. Went to the woods, messed around. Yeah, I love that. I still do. I still love outdoors. I love camping. I like fishing. I like carving stuff. I like seeing mail being delivered. I'm not seeing that, but I like it. I like seeing it. I miss camping with everyone. Yeah, I don't have a group. I mean, we do go on a couple of trips. We go on a disc golf fishing boat kind of trip. I'm usually the only one that fishes, but we sit on the pontoon and cruise around and hang out. And I've never been camping, Paul. And you've never seen snow. That's right. Well, I'd say you could come up here and do both, but I usually don't camp when it's snowing. I do ice fish though, and I thought about doing an ice fishing overnight trip. I have a whole setup where I could put a cot, have the floor, I have my pop-up. It would be, heaters. I would be cozy. I would like to do it. I just haven't done it. Every time I hear a car, I get a lot of traffic. That's the one thing about this neighborhood. The road's kind of busy. It seems like anytime I want to like make a quick video, I'm kind of picky. And so like if I'm gonna make a video, I like holding the night, like okay. And then a car will drive by and you're like, does that matter? Maybe, maybe not. But then I'll make another one, hoping another car doesn't drive by. And another car drives by. Sometimes it sounds cooler when it's just quiet and there's no cars and you hear the birds and stuff. Then the car drives by, another car drives by, all the birds stop. And now it's not fun, or it doesn't have that ambiance, you know what I'm saying? 3 awesome hidden ponds, had access, wooded areas. Sounds like a fun place. Alley Pond State Park. Try cold steel, says Aaron. Grateful made it. What did you make? Cold steel. I have the cold steel Koboom right here. I have the cold steel Tough Light right here. This is a beefy user with the triad lock on there. Nice and gummed up and dirty. Lanyard Man, we're talking about birds and bees. I'm just looking outside at my mailbox. Staring at my mailbox. Waiting for my mailman. Cold steel Tough Light. If you need a smaller little box cutting machine, this thing is great. We would get lost for hours. Dude, we would go as kids and just disappear, wouldn't show up until till it was like almost dark, or we were hungry. What are you up to, Lanyard Man? I am making a pen video tonight, which will completely complete all my Lanyard Man stuff other than the custom that I'm doing for you. KDK is twisting like a crackhead waiting for my next hit. Are they here? God. I have wanted this knife since Blade Show, Texas, which was at the end of February, was it the beginning of March? Waiting on pens. Yeah, I definitely drove my mom crazy too. That's what you do as a kid. Skateboard. Mom, watch. Mom, watch. Mom, watch. Penman's making a pen video. Oh, look what I found. I totally forgot about this one. So this is one that I made. Look at that beautiful wood grain. Right? I made this. Unfortunately, when I glued it up, I screwed up and smashed the inside piece. So what happens is this is your ink, right? Well, this inside piece doesn't twist. It's supposed to twist. It doesn't twist. I screwed it up. And so when you put this on like that, then what you're supposed to be able to do is go like this, which I can twist, but that's supposed to open and close the pen. It doesn't. It's basically forced open. So I ended up just throwing it in the pile of broken goods. But look at that curly bird's eye maple. Oh, it turned out really nice. The nice little ridges right there. I'll twist your pen. It's just unfortunate when you spend the time that you put into something like this and you get to the very end and I'm putting that barrel in there and I was like, oh no. I don't like what that felt like. And it was like, yeah, it's, and you just instantly know, you're like, well, that's done. Back in the day though, Mick, I mean, we drank from the hose. I used to drink from the hose. First time we went up camping in the Bonder Waters, the canoe area up north, the guy who took us, the kind of the guide, he was like, if you're ever thirsty and we're paddling, you got your canoe paddle, you're paddling, you just lift up the paddle and then just drink some water off the edge of the paddle. That's good. If you do that now, you will be sick. You cannot drink any of the water up there anymore. You get the giardia and the poopy doops. I've effed up a few pens in my day. Doesn't that suck, Langer, man? When you literally are on that last stage, and I was here, and I'm like, all right, just got to get that in there, and then it just, I was like, oh no. And then I went to try to take it back out, and it was like something got smashed or whatever when I was putting it in there, that this is no longer free spin. This is supposed to spin inside that other barrel that gets stuck in there when you glue it. And it was like, wow, no. Because then the only last step was to go like that. And you look at this. That is a classy pen. That is a nice pen. That would have worked great. Unfortunately. Jamaica water, bath water. I don't like or want organic materials on my knives. Yeah. There's a few wood handles. I'm definitely titanium micarta. I'm good. I did order some materials. I ordered some micarta. I ordered some paper micarta, some canvas micarta, some rich light. There was some other micarta. I can't remember what the name of it was, but it's that really crazy burlap looking. Walking the dog in the rain. You got some rain right now? Mammoth taints. I saw, where was it they were selling mammoth taints? Did you hear that? That van had a real slow roll sound, like the sound of a mail carrier slowly rolling up to the mail. Why does this stinking trailer need to be right here? I can't even look down the street. Sweet Christ. What does it say on UPS now? It changed. Now it just says out for delivery, expected delivery. Doesn't say anything about 5/25 because they know. I can't remember the last time. No, it hasn't been scanned. It hasn't been scanned. It still says out for delivery. It just now it just says expected on time still currently out for delivery. Allegedly will be delivered. Would micarta be considered organic? Right, because it's you know, it's like they take like cloth, burlap, some type of a fabric, which was a plant that has now been grown, but then it's been all that acrylic-y, gluey, sticky stuff that makes it all stick together, kind of changes it. Good, interesting thoughts though, Liner Man. There's still a chance. Yeah, I'm still convinced it's going to be delivered. Often we don't get mail before 6. That's actually pretty common. It's like 6-ish is a pretty good delivery time. But it said 5:25. I mean, that's what it said. It told me. You guys like watching me sit here and fidget? Want to get a caveman too? What's the caveman? Who makes the Captain Caveman, Mick? Driver had to poop. I mean, if he's got to poop, he's got to poop. Yeah, though, Paul, what do you think about that? Because, like, stabilized wood, you know, micarta, paper micarta, concept caveman. Concept caveman. Anybody else hear that? Where are we in? Ron Crow got it stuck in my head. It was on his live yesterday hanging out, and he goes and starts humming like the Mutual of Omaha Wild Kingdom. Like, dude, you literally got that stuck in my head. And I knew it was like, no one's even going to know what I'm talking about. And then, of course, my man, Grateful Dong, pops in. He was like, yeah, bro, you and I, there's probably only a couple of us that even know what we're talking about right now. Dude, Mutual of Omaha. KDK is losing his mind. Yeah. Thomas, Robo says easy with that leg emoji. Caveman. Why haven't I seen this? How new is that? Dang it. Why are there so many cool knives to get? May. So it came out in May. What's going on with this one? Ooh. Green anodized, stonewashed, but what else did how did they do that? Looks like they sanded it lightly, right? Because like right here, you can see the edges almost have like a magenta kind of a shade to it, almost like, so if they did the whole thing in green. You guys know I ordered an anodizing station. I used to be able to do it at work, but haven't been able to very much lately, and it's stressed me out enough that I have now ordered an anode station. It will be here tomorrow, hopefully, and we can start anodizing regularly at home. Micarta is not considered organic, but it's composite. While I can use organic fabrics, linen, canvas, paper, these are impregnated with and bonded by synthetic thermosetting resin, according to Paul's AI research. That sounded like a straight pull of an answer. But he's also Paul. So if Paul might, Standard electroanodizing colors. This is the highest of the spectrum. This is the bottom. So you're going to get bronze, kind of a purple, then a blue, the steel blue, the gold, the magenta, the other blue, and then the green. So if you bring it all the way to the top voltage, make it green, and then sand up, rough up the edges, like there, that will bring those edges back to bare titanium, and then you can anodize it again, but the second time you only bring it up to a different spectrum, like a different color, like here or whatever. It will never change any, if you only bring it to here, it will never change any of the colors that already existed on the high end. So I'm assuming that's probably how they did that. We will be making plenty of videos and experimenting with that pretty soon. It would be badass to have access to all their machinery for like a week. Dirty Dan, I will give it 10 minutes and the knife will arrive. Stabilized bone or wood or other organic materials. Yeah, where's the line if it's all stabilized, but Paul still doesn't care for the wood and the bone? Paul, no. There's so many directions to go, joke-wise here. You know they have the highest tech shit. Yeah. Since you said 6, it's 7 here. Yeah, it's 6:01. Patience, breathe, relax. So did anybody pick up a concept caveman? And if so, which one did you get? I feel like this is going to be one of those ones where a lefty is going to push on that frame or on that full frame lock, and it's going to stick. Lanyard man will send me knives to practice on. Well, you've already sent one. I've had the one. Steel? Wait, steel? You're going to... Steal what? Hey, good luck, Paul, on your football team. Oh, blackwash some steel. Well, I keep seeing it. Everyone keeps talking like, oh, I'm gonna anodize this titanium. I'm gonna learn how to do black anodized, like. Yes. No. I know there's different types of methods for things. When I think of anodizing, I think of like electroanodizing, which gives you this spectrum, and black is not on it. Can you make titanium black? Yes, you can. Is it just called black ano? I say no. I say it's something. Black is easy, but you're not. How are you getting black, Donnie? Because it's not electroano. Because there is no black on that spectrum. You're doing something else. How do you electroano black? Is my question. You have to do something else. There's something else involved. Well, I understand it. I've seen it. I know it exists. But I have a full industrial professional anodizing place at work. And black is not on the spectrum of available colors to do. You use manganese instead of baking soda in the bath. Right, so you are now doing something different than a standard electroano. You're doing a manganese electroano, which is great, which is great. I did not know that. I've asked around a little bit, but I knew that there was something that was different because this is the full spectrum of standard ano. You know what I'm saying? And there is no black. The bronze goes into purple, goes into blue. This is all really faded because I've touched it a bunch. But I asked people there that have been anodizing stuff professionally for 20 years, and they're like, we don't do black. There is no black. It's because they have very clean stations and workstations, and there is no manganese in the building, probably. Which is cool. And I wasn't trying to say that if people don't know how to do it or whatever. I've just seen a lot of people talking about it. But then I wasn't getting anyone to say anything about what what they were doing differently, which interested me because I like black. I'm probably going to be doing black regularly. The titanium black Orlock should be here in the mail any minute. I mean, I chose the black one from that, and it's full tie. And I'm still looking outside. I'm interested to experiment 100% though, I'll tell you that much. I look forward to doing some tests, doing some weird things. I want to try putting different oils in there, different chemicals, different whatevers, and mess around. The only way to innovate and maybe come up with something weird is, I don't know if you guys saw Nathan's Knives. He did an ano test and did something wrong, but it gave him this weathered texture that was all like battle worn and like splotchy and stuff. And I thought he was like, well, that was a fail. And I'm like, that was no fail, dude. That looks sick. I love it. Once you do black, you won't go back. I prefer it over most of the colors. I'm not really into, the bright blues and bright purples and ano kind of work. It's cool. I don't really have all of it that I've done. I've given or sold or done for someone else. I have this one here that I did in the blue, but then of course I did the really light blue, and then I did all the hardware in that bronze, kind of oily bronze. Turned out nice. I'm going to be definitely experimenting with some weird mixes, trying to give it some, less than perfect. Because I know, like, you anodize something and it's, like, really nice, and then it's smooth, and as soon as you touch it, it starts to change. I want something that looks like you've already been touching it and wearing it, and like all these different kind of. God, every slow vehicle is killing me right now. It's killing me. Totally gonna be fine. Or is it? I gotta go to the bathroom again. I drank like 8 coffees today, several Red Bulls. I'm gonna set you guys right here. I'm going outside. It's not out there. I'm just gonna go take a dump. I'm just kidding. I'll be right back. Come on! Okay. He's at the end of the street. I can see him at the end of the street. Oh, Clint, tagging. What's up? What is up? Oh, he's at the end of the street. Which means I'm hopeful. I'm very hopeful that in a couple of minutes, I'm going to run outside and get the mail. If I could do black or ever get the stuff to do it, all my TI stuff would get refinished. Thing is, though, the thing is, full titanium, I love it as it is. I don't want to change it. Where? I am missing, I have stuff. What? Full titanium. I don't want to do anything to it. This one's got titanium. I actually made it bronze. But I don't. Titanium, I don't want to do anything to it. Titanium, I don't want to do anything to it. Like a lot of them, I just like the way it is. I really enjoy a clean, you know. I guess my Pictus does have kind of a dark wash to it, but that's not anodized. That's a dark wash. So anybody, how do you do that? I want it bad. Multi-etch, you can use Wink's drain cleaner, but do not get any of it on you. Yes, we have, we use an etch at work, and the people that the clothes that they have, it burns holes through it. We have a chemical that helps neutralize it if you were to get some on your skin. But yeah, I've never used Wink, but we use that's like an etch. But basically, like I work in an industrial place, so there's like all these vats, and so they would go over and have a basket and put it in a cleaning vat, and then take it out of there and go rinse, and then go over and put it in the etch, and then take it out of the etch, and then rinse, and then go and anodize it. So there's a full room. You gotta wear protective gear. The floor has grates on the bottom of it and stuff. You can buy Colganate cream, which is used to counteract the acid. Where can I buy the Winks stuff, Donnie? But yeah, raw or simple clean titanium without a lot of color to it basically is like my favorite. I did ask Fred too, but I haven't heard back yet. But they sell, is it literally called Winks? Like if I go into the hardware store, are they going to be like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Found some on Amazon in that brown bottle. The drain cleaner. Okay, I've seen that brown bottle. Okay. I saw that. I looked it up on Amazon and I was like, well, is this the stuff that they're using? So apparently it is. And get a nice, good container for it. And be very careful and have containers. And I want basically a nice little clean. But I've got ferric chloride in the house. I've used that, and I know that's not good to get on stuff either. Brown bottle of Winks. Small sips. How long do you usually set it in there for then for a cleaning before you, like if you just got raw titanium, you dip it in there for how long? We're really grilling Donnie for info right now, right? Wow, did you hear that? Snap. Probably one of my favorite knives picked up this year too. Yeah, like less than 10 seconds. It's really just kind of a surface prep. So like clean it, wipe it down, clean it really good, dip it in the wanks, dip it in some water, rinse it off. Yeah. Excellent stuff. Yeah, you should see the shirts that some of the people I work with, they got shirts on that just have like just holes, just like, yep, it's worn out. Like, how many times have you got that on your skin? And the one's like, never, like never. But you look at your shirt, it looks like you're getting it on you all the time. And they're like, crazy kids. What's up, Alex? Laid off Pete. We are staring out my window, waiting for the mailman to come down the street. And I can't stand it. It's taking forever. All this waiting and all these sounds, I swear I've never had more slow roll traffic today. 'Tis but a flesh wound. What's arriving? Laid off Pete, wouldn't you like to know? Everyone wants to know. What do you think? What do you think it is, laid off Pete? I bet you can figure it out. Let's play the game, laid off Pete. What is it gonna be? Dirty Dan. Spoilers. It's not my tri-stash, I'll tell you that. That's still scheduled for Friday. That's still scheduled for Friday. Bro, I'm pretty sure that was a white van that was creeping down the street. But where it was, unless it had like 40 stops. Oh, so I looked into it. Ultimately, I couldn't get a price, but I was inspired by Twisted Sis Bluminati. They've got these. See this cool patch? Anybody got one of these cool? What are these called? PVC patches. The kind of Velcro rubberized patch. I got the info from where they picked these up, and I wanted to see how much they cost, and had to fill out some info, and then sent them an email. I had a van that free candy written on the side. Man, those slow roll trucks. But yeah, I'm looking at, because I've done the pin. The pin was kind of fun. The KDK pin. But I think patches, this exact logo, basically, but in patch form. So you got the nice hooks for the hook and loop Velcro with the rubberized kind of patch. So I'm waiting to hear back on a quote. I have no idea how much they charge. I would imagine that it's not too ridiculous, since Twisted Sis and Bluminati have made some and have given some away. I mean, maybe they made a short run, maybe they are expensive, they only made a few, but I'm just guessing that maybe if you buy 100 of them or whatever, you might be able to get them for a couple bucks a piece or whatever. Where did you get your patches from, Dylan? Same goes for Donnie. Donnie's got a cool patch. But this one's not the PVC. This is like your embroidered, like sewn patch. Where'd you get these done, Donnie? It's big. I looked exactly like this earlier today. I got this one from Grizzle Bear. I think he made these though, because this is a chunk of leather. Grizzly Bear leather crafting. Thick chunk of leather that he glued to the Velcro. That's pretty fun. But then he got the stamp. I saw you can buy these. You can design a logo like that and buy like the press, so that you can either press or heat burn. Is that what that's called? Here's a SE Knife Monkey made one. It's a little press for the leather. He made that slip. What's up, Ron Crow? Da, 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 da. Good God. That has been in my head since. Oh, that's hilarious. So, yeah, Ron, we're staring out the window, waiting for my mail. I figured we'd already have opened it by now. Holy crap, it's 6:20? Have you guys been staring at me, staring out the window for 2 hours? Jesus Christ. I guess we did go outside. We looked at my plants. Data Crew has some Fire Ranger eye patches. I checked those out. I want to have patches made. I want to make patches. Maybe I missed them already. Alex, I'm refreshing the tracking. We already went out there. They were not out there. Came back in, refreshed the tracking. It says it's out for delivery. Usually my mail gets here around 6 on a normal day. It said it was supposed to be delivered by 5:25. Now it just says out for delivery. But my next door, the neighbors right down there have a flag. You know, you put the flag, like you put mail in there to mail, and you put your flag up so the mailman, when he gets here, he knows, oh, right? That flag is still up. So delivery has not occurred, and I swear it was down at the end of the street when I came back. 40 quid, are you mad? It's only a bottle of water. Oh, what's up, albino? Some people, like Grateful, he just gets his right away. Like, you order something that it's just delivered. Just magic. Instant. Didn't you, Grateful already got 2, he got his Tri-Stashes in the mail, he got his Orlocks in the mail. Orloc's supposed to be here today, my Tri-Stash is going to be here till Friday, and I ordered it right away. Gives me so much anxiety. Where's the mail? I get more anxiety from, like, shipping, like, somebody sends me, Fred sends me a group of 3 or 4 knives that are expensive, and then I'm shipping them to someone else. I get more nervous waiting for that to arrive to them, making sure, it's like, okay, please get there, please get there. Mine always just say by 9, so I never expect them before that. Somehow I'm still surprised. Grateful got the Orlock on Friday. I didn't order the Orlock right off the bat, though. I was like the next day. It was like where we found out, and then it was literally the next day is when I ordered it. Wouldn't you like to? Which one do you think I got? Grateful got the plain Jane one. I got the black on black. No. Hard pass. I just don't know anymore. You went iced Damasteel? You went with the iced? Oh, Damascus. It's like there wasn't a Damas. That Damascus one looks cool though. I did like the rock textured one, the like bronze rock textured looking one. That was pretty fun. But something about, I've talked about this before, Concepts black wash, like this blade was black wash, so you can see how it's like knocked down on the edges, and you can kind of just see that silver kind of little bits to it. I think that just looks great. I am a fan. Nice clean black wash. Yes, please. What's the other one? This one's got a little bit more of a bronze to it, but it has that same kind of like the edges kind of are knocked down a little bit. This is the Super Hawk. This thing is ridiculous. I'm going to cut the tip off of this one. But there's that Concept Damascus we're talking about. Where are you? Figured you could re-anno it. Did you pick up an anno station too, Pete? Void wash. Yeah, my anno station will be here tomorrow. Maybe, right? Maybe. Didn't I have another? I don't. Oh, that's right. It was the Odd 21 that I gave to Ken. The Odd 21. That one has that same Damascus. Since we're playing Concept right now. Probably one of my favorite concepts. Soon to be probably my second favorite, I would guess. Pretty excited about the Orlock. Although I haven't actually touched one since in Texas. So it has been a while. I ordered the power supply from Amazon, actually, Ron. Fred the Lug ordered it. Tested it out. He's anodized like 2 or 3, maybe 4 knives with it. I was impressed with what he got out of it, and so he sent me the link for it, and I ordered one. It's like, well, he's been using it, it's looking good, I'll take one. It doesn't, I think it's 120. I think it's 120, I think. The one thing that our machines that I have at work that I never get to use have that this one doesn't have is a little bit more variable speed. So like you can pick like where you want to set it. Like if we want to set it at green, this one it's like basically just turn it on and in like this amount of time or whatever it goes up to it. The ones we have, you can make that take 30 seconds, 1 minute, whatever. You can have it go up to this, stop, go up to this, slow down, and then go up to this or whatever. So you can kind of adjust for certain things. Not really fully necessary. If you wanted to do like a fade anno or like a rainbow anno, although I did this rainbow where basically we set it to green, the top spectrum, but had it go up over a period of like 10 seconds. So we had the whole thing in there and it starts going through the spectrum, and as it's going, you just go, and as it's going, you just basically get every single one. And so without having it go too slow, you can still make that happen. I don't know. It'll be fun to experiment with it. Start doing some more anno at home. I have access to the laser marks. That makes it easy, but I haven't had access to the annos because it's in another building now, and I can't get over there as much because it's only open when we're open, and if we're open, then I'm at work and I'm not over there, and it's just kind of turned into a pain that hasn't been working out the way I'd like it to. And so I bought one. Stay tuned. That had to have been, ooh, getting a little loose goose on here. Better. Boom. Going to play some Halo. Have a good night. Orlock better come. I know, right? Have fun playing Halo. Hey, Mick. About $100. Got about an extra $100. You could probably get her going. Is that manganese sulfite dangerous? Probably not as dangerous as the wink you have to dip it in beforehand. I think the wink is the nasty stuff. But I don't know for sure. Good question, Mick. I do like this anno, this bronze, only if you eat it. You have a few Amazon gift cards for your birthday? Let me know. I can send you the link, Mick. Well, the wink definitely is like a step to help kind of prep the surface so that it takes better. I don't know if you can get away without doing it, but I would say I would recommend, I mean, you just got to not touch it. You know, it's the same as like the etch we use at work. It's basically you clean and prep the part, you know, put it in a little basket or put it on a little hook, give it a dip it in the clean rinse. I think the only main issue is going to be your drop from here to here. When you're switching from there to there, seal it back up. And you just use that smart caution. Make sure there's a towel or something. You're close. You're not dripping it on yourself. And it's, you know, should be okay. I haven't done any gaming in a while. I used to really hit the Zelda Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. I used to speedrun Breath of the Wild quite a bit. Haven't played that in a while. I probably need to get back on there. Well, I've been so busy playing the YouTube game. You can't get a good anno over 30 without etching. You can get away without the wink, but you have to make sure it's real clean. I used to speedrun Zelda quite a bit, Breath of the Wild. I used to play GTA Online a lot. I was speedrunning like the Cayo Perico heist quite a bit. I'm a grinder. I like grinding games. So like my GTA character is Rich.
Unite 6 subscribes to the channel.
Thank you for subscribing, Unite. So I don't buy, you can buy what's called a shark card where you like give them $100 and they give you a couple $1 million or whatever to spend in game. I never give money to the game. I grind and earn it. But I've got everything in that place. Why are some annos tougher than others? Interesting question. I'm wondering if it's maybe the grade of titanium might have something to do with it. This is the Devo Tall Boy Dark Mode. Devo makes some really, really nice stuff. Very happy with all my Devos. Get a mask. Gloves. And then just be cautious. I was kind of definitely worried about like the ferric chloride when I started doing some acid etching. Because that stuff's pretty nasty as well. All right, man, KC is gonna be on soon. Sorry, didn't realize I was gonna be staring at everyone not getting the mail. But here we are. For some reason, 2 hours still managed to go by. So the Wink is removing the top finish. Right, and it's kind of etching that surface too. It kind of, yeah, there, Donnie, it etches it. It's kind of breaking in there saying, hey, open up your pores and allow this ano to really get in there, you know. Removes the top oxide layer. I swear I saw that truck. What was it? It must have been like a... Casey's going to be live before I even get the knife. Probably. How many knives do I have? 400-ish. Boom. 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 They're everywhere. If you start looking, knives, knives, knives. Knives. I love them. I have a hard time selling them. Watch, as soon as I get off, dude, because as soon as KC starts, I'm going to send you all over to KC. And then it's going to show up. And that's just the way it is. Based. We do a lot of customizations and stuff as well, U-Knife. I just ordered an anodizing station, so we're going to be able to do some colored anodes on some titanium. Just did a Shipwreck live on the stream a couple days ago. This was all solid copper, smooth, no color, and we added all those blues and Shipwreck to it. We also did the dye. These were, this one was a jade color, and so we did a swap. I put all the black and the Damascus on this one, and then we put all the silver on this one, and we dyed that color on there, that apricot orange. Lots of stuff like that will be happening. I have a knife out for delivery that I've been excited about for 6+ months that is supposed to be in my mailbox already, and that's why I keep looking over there. Boom. This is the Civivi Mini Asticus. Nice little user knife, good flipper, hollow grind on there. But these are a couple of customs we just did. What was the other custom I did on the lot? Am I back? It looks like I'm back. I don't know what happened. It lost me. I literally had to close it and reopen it. Yeah, I don't know what happened. That was weird. It would not let me open it. It said retry, 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 retry. Same one. But the mail is still not here. KC isn't started yet. Did I post that? I did. Let me pin that. There we go. Somehow I came back, which is fine. Casey's live right there, starting up in a second. I'm about to be done. I appreciate everyone for hanging out for a couple hours. It's unfortunate the Orlock did not arrive. It says it's still out for delivery. They're not here. The flag on there is still up. No. Mr. and Mrs. Outdoors, what is up? Dude, Kenman. Yeah, that was the Matrix restart on the mail truck. I wish. I wish. You missed the live? Yeah, it was fun. We were on for a couple hours. I kept staring outside trying to see the mail arrive. I have Dylan Mallory's. That'll be here soon enough. Terry from 1931 Leatherworks, new concept Orlock just released. Go pick one up. They're awesome. I ordered one, and apparently my mail carrier is stuck in a well somewhere. See the dogs telling me. What's that? What's that? Little Timmy stuck in a well? Got to send you my amphibian, sir, for some fun? Yeah, let's do it. I just ordered an anodizing station. That'll be here soon for titanium anode work. So I'm going to start that soon. Lots of fun projects. I ordered some new handle materials. Got a few more chunks of wood. I got some 3 or 4 different types of micarta and some Richlite on the way. It's aluminum. What color aluminum is it? Is it colored? Gotta be great if it was. Is it like a black aluminum or blue or red or green or something? Or is it just aluminum colored? It's green. Check this out. This is blue aluminum with a white laser mark. Mailman. So this is red aluminum with a white laser mark. I can do white laser mark on your green aluminum. It will look sick. I do have a green aluminum right here. I think it's not as bright as it could be, but it is cool still. I did the outline of that on there, which is still fun. But yeah, hit me up. That'd be fun. I got a really good setting for aluminum. It's pretty easy to do, depending on the design. Good kicking it, Dank and all. See you at KC's. I'll be live with Pocket Metal at 9:30. Ooh, I got to try to remind me. See if I can remember that. It doesn't even have to be the Wi-Fi pattern, Mr. and Mrs. Outdoors. Like I said, I did the one with the snowflakes like this. I did the this one here with the topography lines. Ooh, I got this one here with the wing feathers. All types of cool stuff we can do. Boom. How come KC hasn't started yet? Isn't he supposed to be started by now? Well, I got the link down there. He's going to start any second now. Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Outdoor, send it, get a hold of me, send it to me. We'll talk about it. I'll come up with some ideas. A lot of crazy stuff is about to go nuts because I'm going to get this anno station going, and then we're really going to start going wild. Got the CNC. I got some stuff I'm buying soon. Tools, equipment. Well, he's got his link for going live, Mr. and Mrs. If you look, I pinned it right there. Casey's live. He's about to go on. Benny from Jack Wolf is joining him. Probably talking about that brand new Jack Wolf that just came out. Oh, and there's his music. There's his music. He's about to come on in. Thank you all so much. Sorry we didn't get to do the unboxing. I will be live tomorrow after work for a little bit. So Tuesday early evening, 4 p.m.-ish Central Standard Time. Hope to see you all there. We'll work on some stuff. We'll check out my new Orlock. And I've got some projects to work on. And we're getting the anno station tomorrow. So if we get that, maybe we'll do the same thing like we did today, waiting on the anno. Peace, y'all. Take care.